Investing in crypto for beginners using the income shifting strategy. What up, you got Mr. Smith, point 5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in this brief video, I want to talk about investing in crypto as a beginner using an income shifting strategy. This is going to be powerful, and if you haven't already, whether you watch this full video or not, click the available link below. Got some freebies down there for you, but that top link, depending on when you're watching this video, that top link will take you to the strategy I'm referring to, known as income shifting, and it can help you increase your cash flow, your credit, your lifestyle in general. But when you understand what income shifting actually does for you, now you can leverage that new income shift and put it towards crypto, and you don't feel as though you lost anything. Why is that important? Because a lot of times when a person is considering investing in something and they're new to it, their biggest fear is losing money. They feel as though they're going to lose money. Well, when it comes to investing, you want to invest with money that you don't mind losing. Now, you want to make sure you minimize your risk of losing the money, because when you're investing in something like stocks and crypto, it's usually not a bad investment, because it's a limited risk. You're not typically going to lose it all. It's not typically going to go to zero. So it's a limited risk. But if you buy a lottery ticket, you can lose all of it, because if you don't win, you just don't win. And there's other things that I can go on and on about that are a high risk investment opposed to investing in something like crypto. Now, I will say this. Due to the fact that many people are terrified of losing money, this income shifting strategy allows them to take money that they were already leaving on the table and then allot it towards something that can magnify or multiply their money. So what is income shifting? Income shifting, simply put, is taking money away from areas that is robbing you of cash flow, of your money, and putting it back into your household, preferably into something or a vehicle or asset that can grow that money and turn it into much more. So I'm gonna give some examples of where you may be leaving money on the table, or people that you may know may be leaving money on the table, and how you can tap into that and then use that money to invest in crypto. So it's like, okay, this is money I wasn't seeing anyway. Why not invest in something that can multiply? And it took me a while before I really got bullish on understanding the power of income shifting, even though I had done it and was teaching it and grew from it and benefited from it. When I no longer was working the job and using the income strategy the same way I started out, it kind of went by the wayside, and I forgot about the power of it. But then I was faced with a scenario to where I had to shell out more money than I anticipated on, and then once that money was done being shelled out, I realized how it was robbing me of my cash flow and my wealth, and now I'm very bullish on the income shifting strategy. So I want to share this with you because I know it can help you increase your net worth, as it's going to help us increase our net worth using the strategy as entrepreneurs and not just a person who works a job. Now, income shifting starts typically with a person who works a job. Most people work a job, whether you're working from home or you're going to a physical location. What income shifting is seeing where you may be leaving money on the table. Most people who work a job are leaving $200 to $800 on the table, really $2,000 to $1,000 on the table every single month, just by clocking in and getting paid. You're leaving $200 to $800 on the table every single month. Now, in the world of crypto, $200, $800 is a lot of money. A penny even has value in the world of crypto, especially with some of the new altcoins that are coming out. So if you can bring in an extra $200 to $800 with the chance of growing that $200 to $800 a month to $2,000 to $8,000, I think it's worth it. So how are people leaving money on the table at their job? They're leaving money on the table at their job because most people have their W-4 filled out incorrectly. Over 100 million Americans at one point had their W-4 filled out incorrectly. Why is that important? That means that if over 100 million Americans had their W-4 filled out incorrectly, you might be a part of that number. And if you are a part of that number, you're in luck, because now you can not think about the losses that may come from investing in crypto. You can more so think about, how can I create some new cash flow that I wasn't getting anyway, that I can start putting into the crypto space? So Clicking that available link, that top button will give you access to how you can implement income shifting if you work a job. In addition to that, if you are an entrepreneur, or if you work a job and you have a side business, which many people should, and many people do, and many people should. Everybody should. If you work a job, you should have some type of side stream of revenue or be building it or something, because we live in a day and age where it's mandatory to have another stream of income. I'll just say that. So that being said, many people don't understand that we're having a side business. Even if you work a job or if you do it full time, you get a ton of different tax deductions. There are over 475 tax deductions that you get by having a home-based business. So that being said, some of the things that you're spending money on could be tax deductible. So when it's time for you to file taxes, you're not just filing it regularly, you're writing out the things that you're using: your cell phone, your internet, miles on your car, food for meetups that you may be attending, laptop devices, lighting. All of these things can be tax deductible, and the list goes on and on and on. Hiring your children, all of these things can be tax deductible. What that does is put more cash flow back in your pocket. So you're taking your money from the employer who was, taking their money and doing whatever they do with it. So that's one way. You're bringing in money from giving yourself a pay raise when you understand how to properly correct the W-4. We teach people how to do that themselves. We want to make you self-sufficient. Anytime you run into somebody who's wanting to do some of the things you should understand for you, or they're not even offering you an option to do it for yourself, then you might want to watch out. Because I own a credit restoration company, and I don't mind doing it on the behalf of you if that's something you seek, if that's something you need. However, I teach credit education. I also have a platform that allows people to do it themselves, because I want to give them that option if they decide that they want to understand it and do it for themselves. So make sure you pay attention to that just in case. But all of those things help you bring in more cash flow. Speaking of credit, if you get your credit intact, many cases, you can lower the interest that you're paying to the banks, to these different entities. And sometimes it can help you in the field of work that you're in, because you have a high credit score, you may be able to get a promotion. So it's money being left on the table by having a poor credit score. You're able to take that money back that you're losing in those spaces and effectively put it towards something that can grow, such as crypto. And then the list goes on. Paying down debt. When you pay down debt sooner, then you're able to save money on interest, but you're also freeing up more cash flow, because you pay off something and now that $50 bill no longer exists. Or you cut off some subscriptions. You downsize on some areas and that bill no longer exists, and now you're able to put that money towards something like crypto that can work for you. So those are just kind of 5 things that you can do in order to increase your cash flow. Correcting your W-4 at your job the right way. Then understand the tax deduction as a business owner, or a person with a side business, side hustle that will one day grow into something. That's another way. Getting your credit intact so you can save on interest. Another way. Paying down debt or cutting off services and things of that nature are 2 other ways, for a total of 5 ways that you can increase your cash flow so you can have more money using the income shifting strategy to invest in crypto. Hopefully that was helpful. Be sure to click the available link below so you can take advantage of the freebies that are down there, and definitely tap into the income shifting, and definitely tap into the other freebies that are down there, the free credit class, the free ebook to understand how people are able to pay their mortgage off. Some goodies down there. All you got to do is tap in. That's all I got. Mr. Smith, signing out.